a big girl world, bitch, bow down. Bitch, bow down. What you want now? It's a big girl world, bitch, bow down. Bitch, bow down. What you want now? Big girls do it big cause we so fly. Smother his face when he's big thighs. If he's...
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Ken once again, and I'm back with another video. So hey y'all, what's up? What's going on? What's going on? How are you doing? Good morning. It is morning. So I decided, you know what, it's morning. I just came in from like an interview because things has been going on, y'all. So pretty much, like, the title reads, everything that you think is better is not really better. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of stuff been going on. Okay, let's rewind. So we was living in another city a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, like a few months ago. And living in the other city, my son Zai was going to a really good school. Now the school, it's a good school in the county, and it is predominantly Caucasians there, but at the same time, it is what it is. My son's got a good education. We had a living hell there at that school. Like, my son came home in kindergarten. Like, kindergarten was the worst. First grade was better, but kindergarten was horrible because my son came home one day with his shirt cut up. I mean, the size of an orange. And I was like, how was your shirt cut up? What happened? He was like, I cut it up. And the teacher didn't call. He was like, oh, I didn't notice. We have so many students. Da-da-da. You know, I was furious at that. You know, another situation, my son playing outside. He fell, hurt himself, bleeding. Come home, teacher didn't know. Teacher didn't pay attention to my son at all. Sorry, I'm eating my breakfast too. But the teacher didn't pay attention to my son at all. So that made me so upset. You know, that year, and that's just a couple things that happened. You know, I'm not gonna go in detail about everything, but that's just a couple. Then first grade, it was better, but it still wasn't that good. Like, the school wasn't, it was supposed to be the best as far as its work, but I didn't think it was good. You know, a lot of kids really want to play with my son, and I think it's just because he was the only black child in the class. I mean, you know, it's how it is. My son is super friendly. He's completely not like me. Like, I'm nice, but I'm not like, hey, what's up, let's talk type person. Like, I'm not like that at all. Like, I'm nothing like that. So my son is very talkative, and I don't really talk to him that much. And then along the year, they started talking to him, but still it wasn't right, you know. So we moved to another city. We actually moved back to where I'm actually from. Started going to school here, and he went to one of the schools that I went to, and I'm super excited that he went to one of the schools I went to, because I went to a couple elementary schools, and he went to one of them now, and he loves it. Like, he loves his teacher. You can tell the vibe is just so much better. Like, everything is great, right? So, okay, that's out the way. We're in a area where, I mean, our rent is pretty expensive. Like, our rent is higher than what I expected it to be, I should say. Way higher. Like, way higher than what we expected it to be. But it's cool, you know. But the thing is that we're having more trouble here now than what we were having at the other location. So the other location where we was living was not as good, but my son was going to a better school. So it's like I sacrificed my son going to a better school living in the area that we was in, which wasn't a really good area. But I mean, we didn't really have like too many issues like that there. It was like a predominantly black, low-income area. With it being predominantly black, low-income area, son still got a really good education, right? So now his education is even better because he has friends. It's a little mix of kids in a class, like all different kinds of kids. The teacher's nice, the school is good, like everything is just great. But it's the where we live. Like now where we live now, I would say it's predominantly white people that live here in this area. Like people outside 4 in the morning jogging down the complex with their puppy, with their poodle or something, you know, like stuff like that, you know, people keeping their doors wide open. It's a really good neighborhood. So I feel like, you know what, we saved up enough money to get our son in a nice school that's really good, now a nice area. But now it's like the area, the neighbor underneath us, which is Caucasians, they're older white people, and they come off very racist. Like they're coming upstairs knocking on the door like,
"You're making too much noise, sound like a bowling alley up here, we're trying to sleep."
and it's like 3 p.m. and I'm like, well, you know, it's an apartment, you don't
need to have your son or your dog jumping up and down throughout the afternoon or late at night, etc., etc.
I'm like, it's an apartment complex, what are you talking about? At night my son is asleep, he got to go to school. Even when he wasn't in school, he don't jump up and down and stuff, you know. So that kind of rubbed me off wrong. They came up here multiple times. I went to the complex person about them. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna talk to them about it, etc., etc. Then his wife, she came to my car and literally tapped my shoulder and was like, have a good day. At the end, I wanted to throw her across the freaking road. Like, don't you touch me, for one. I will show the gangster side of me. She said the same thing pretty much like he said, but she was like calling me girl and, you know, all this other stuff where sorry, I have stuff in my face, but in the black community, if you call somebody like girl or whatever the heck you gonna call them, that's more like racist. That's like a racist term. She was, with the way she was coming at me, it's crazy. We had an incident at the dog park to where my dog was I was taking my dog to the dog park. I was actually going to get the dog the doggy bags. There was a few dogs in the cage started barking at my dog. So of course my dog was gonna protect me, so my dog started barking back, and the woman lost her mind, like, oh my god, don't come over here, you stay over there. Like, started freaking out, and I was like, who are you talking to? You ain't talking to me like that. And I was like, if you ever talk to me like that again, it's me and you, because you're not gonna come at me. My dog was literally like on the chain, like nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's like, what the heck? Like, what is really going on? You know, seeing he had a situation here with an individual, it's crazy. Like, I think this place we're in is racist. Like, when we go to the complex, people and tell them about it, you know, they're like, yeah, we'll make a note. But nothing is done. Nothing is done. They're still like taunting us. Like, I can maybe count on my finger how many black people I see, and I don't know, y'all. It's just like, we're gonna have to move. Like, as soon as our lease is up, we're gonna have to move, and I'm tired of always moving like every year. Well, I mean, we haven't moved every year. Like, the other place we was there for like I would say like 2 years or 2.5 years, but now we're gonna have to move. Like, and Sin wants to get like a house, just so we don't have to keep paying like expensive rent for nothing. But y'all, it's been crazy. Like, that's not even all the situation. There's just like a little bit like what's been going on. And honestly, like, everyone's kind of weird here. They're very weird, and we don't like cause noise or draw attention to us here. We kind of like stay to ourselves, do our own thing. You know, we don't have parties. I don't really have like a lot of friends like that. Like, I don't really do stuff to cause attention. But every time we go outside to our car, do anything, you know, they're staring, they're looking, or they're like, no, Callie, or they're like, and then when I realize that they're staring, they're like, hi, they'll wave or something. But if you was gonna speak, you should have looked at me and spoke. You shouldn't have just like stared at me until, you know, I don't know. It's been crazy, y'all. Things have been going crazy. So I don't even want to talk about it. It's just other stuff that's going on too, y'all, that I'm telling you, it's so crazy. When it gets better, I'll discuss it. I just don't want to discuss this other part right now, because I'm not really in the better part of it. Well, we're really not as a family in the better part of it. But yeah, I just feel like, you know, everything that glitters is not gold. Everything that you feel like that you want to move to, you want to do this, is not always good. Yeah, it's good to have a nice place. Yeah, it's good to have a place like, you know what, I work for this place. It's, you know, it's good for all of that stuff. But when you're in a situation where, you know, people are being racist, you know, it's like my son was experiencing it in the other city. We moved back to our original city, and it's just, I don't know. I want to move. I really want to move, like, to like LA or like New York, or not Atlanta, honey, but like, I don't know, because, you know, with me living in the South, you know your history on the South. Wherever you move in the South, it's gonna be crazy. And with my mind being so much in the South, I think like, oh, it doesn't matter, anywhere I go it's gonna be really bad racism, which it could be, but majority of the time, a lot of places in this world, it's not even racist at all, because there's so many different kinds of people that live there, and it's not as bad. Like, you know, West Coast, I don't know nothing about I don't know nothing about none of that stuff, y'all. It's like, I just know about my little cities this way. But yeah, it's crazy. Post this video, and just, you know, discuss it and see if anybody else experienced something like that, went through something like that, going through something like that. Like, what actions do you take in a situation like this, you know? I don't know. It's so weird. It's so weird. I'm gonna go. I don't want to keep this video too long. I just wanted a short video while I ate my breakfast. But make sure you like and subscribe. Comment below. And yeah, comment below. Comment below on like more stuff you want me to do, or videos you want me to do. Oh, and also, this is just like a side note. On my last video that I did talking about TNK squad, I wasn't talking about them in like a mean way. That was just my opinion on Dawson's opinion of how I feel about them. I did other YouTubers as well a long time ago about how I feel, how it's gonna go with certain YouTubers in certain situations as well. That's just my opinion. I wish them the best. I wish everyone else the best, and their success as well. It's like no shade or nothing like that. It's just something that, you know, I just speak on. But yeah, alright y'all, I'm about to go because I got stuff to do today. I'm actually looking decent today, y'all. You know how I normally be looking on here. Alright, y'all. Till next time. Bye. That was so lame. Bye, y'all.